I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, this guy's talking about the Trinity again. Not quite. We've already done that episode. This is something different. This is something that skeptics actually say in an attempt to refute Christianity. They say, hey, look at this verse in the Bible. Jesus said, "My Father is greater than all." Now they don't put it in context. That's kind of important. The verse that they're referring to is John chapter 10, verse 30. It says, Jesus said, "My Father is greater than all, and he is greater than me." Okay? So let's just stop right there. What do we have to say about that? Well, first of all, the context. The context is very important here because it helps us to understand what exactly Jesus means when he says this. In the previous verse, John chapter 10, verse 29, what did Jesus say? I and my Father are one. So he's just coming from that. In the next verse, John chapter 10, verse 31, the Jews picked up stones to throw at him because he said this. So what does that tell us? It tells us that Jesus was claiming to be divine. And if he's claiming to be divine, then the claim that my Father is greater than all doesn't make any sense whatsoever, because if he's claiming to be divine, how could his Father be greater than all? Right? But what do we know from other verses in the Bible? We know that Jesus is God. Let's look at another verse, John chapter 14, verse 28. The Father is greater than I am, but I am also God. So when Jesus says, my Father is greater than all, what exactly does he mean by greater? Well, the word greater here, the Greek word is metron, and it simply means position or order. So yes, God the Father is greater than Jesus Christ in the sense that the Father is greater in position, but not in nature. Because if you start adding the word in before the word nature, then Jesus is saying that his Father is greater in nature, which would imply that Jesus himself is not divine. But we have other verses that clearly teach us that Jesus is God. So in conclusion, the argument that skeptics use, hey, look at this verse in the Bible where Jesus says, my Father is greater than all. Is that really what it says? Yes. Does that verse, taken in context, teach us that Jesus is not God? No, it doesn't. And actually, other verses in the Bible teach us that Jesus is God. So therefore, skeptics cannot use this argument to refute Christianity. Well, I hope that answered your question. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment below. We'll do our best to answer them. And if you like this video, please share it with a friend.